everywhere, and I think it's good because fall season time you don't get to go with a bunch of different guys, but spring you really you get to mesh with different guys, you get to play different positions, left side, right side, stuff like that. So it's going pretty well.
How did getting a little bit taste of experience last season help you kind of coming into this spring?
It was really good. It was funny that started playing the Missouri game. And the coach said you're going to get a few reps first half, and I did. And then Stenberg happened to go down, which really sucked for him, but he's doing better. But it worked out really well because I got my few reps before, and then second half I started to play, and just that live experience. You can't replicate that anywhere here. You can try your best, but there's nothing compared to the real deal. So that was really good, and I think knowing what I know now, compared to last spring, I can do some different things this spring, knowing how it really is out there.
What's the biggest thing you learned from that?
I think just one of the biggest things was the speed of the game. I mean, you can, in practice here, you can be as fast as you want. You can have guys be as fast as you want, but you can't replicate that. And so just getting to see that was really good.
These battles every day with the D-line, what are you seeing with those guys? Who do you enjoy kind of that everyday butting heads with?
They're getting better. They're getting a lot better. And I think Phil Hoskins, he's from Northwest Ohio just like me. And I try and get with him every day because he'll beat me, I'll beat him, and we'll just keep going back and forth. And he gets better from it, I get better from it, and really like going with him.
It's probably an interesting dynamic with the O-line, D-line. It's the two position groups that are really physical every day. So is there some fun back and forth?
Oh yeah, I mean it's every day. In the group drills, you're going as hard as you can to the whistle, and then after, for the most part, we're all pretty, good friends, and at the end of the day, you're all the same you were before, but there's definitely some, intensity between those lines there.
Yeah. You were mentioning, I think, that you've moved around a little bit and cross-trained. Where do you spend most of your
probably left guard, and then I'm trying to get some more right guard. I'll go in center, depending on if he's moving some other guys around. So interior, though.
Yeah, because there's only a couple guys on this team that have snapped a whole lot. Is that something you're preparing for?
Yeah, definitely. A lot of last spring, I got a lot of center reps, and so I mean, I can, if he needs me in there, I can snap the ball whenever.
Halfway through the spring camp now, how are things going for you guys up front and for you individually?
I think things are going well. I think we're getting to a point where we're working better as a team. Me personally, I'm just working on trying to get more consistent and just doing things to get an edge on the field. But as far as a group, I think we're starting to gel a little bit better as we're halfway through spring training. So,
the coaches came out here and praised you guys for the intelligence of the unit. Said you're a bunch of smart guys working really well together. How does that help you kind of get that cohesion and to work as a one unit?
It's almost like you got a bunch of coaches on the field because everybody sees what's happening before it happens. So it gives you that competitive advantage to know a blitz is coming, so you see it, you can pick up a blitz, so you get the ball off, so the quarterback can throw the ball and complete passes. So just stuff like that, it makes it easier to see stuff and see the field better. So
can you pick that stuff up easier now that you've kind of had a taste of experience? You've been out there, with the bullets flying.
Yeah, just come with reps. Watching a lot of film. Taking mental reps and physical reps, just getting a bunch of reps under your belt really helps. Yeah, I would say so.
What's the biggest thing you learned from getting in some game action?
Just it's a grind out there. A lot of bullets flying. You just got to be ready. You got to stay inside yourself. You got to stay calm, get collected. You just got to know your assignment, and you got to do your assignment. So.
I've heard a couple of guys say there's a sense of maybe a greater responsibility even this season with a new quarterback come in, that you guys have to be really solid in front of the new guy to help him get through.
Right. Yeah, when you bring in a new quarterback, you got to have, you got to give him time because he's new. He's not used to all the bullets flying. He's not used to the speed and all that kind of stuff. So you got to be solid up front to help him out.
I asked Luke earlier, Do you guys enjoy that day-to-day physical, confrontation with the D-line guys, and do you have a little friendly?
It's like a friendly competition. You're your teammates, so you want to take care of them, but you want to get after them a little bit too. Just because it's this competition out there. We're all competitors. We like to compete. So,
who really pushes you hard out of that group? Who do you like competing against?
Really, all of them. All of them are good competition. They're all really good players. So, just anybody. I don't really see faces. Just out there. I see teammates. So.
Has there been a guy that has impressed you in spring from that side of the ball?
I'd say Q. Q's doing really well. He's especially from last year. He's knowing the game better and he's moving really well. So
it's a load to handle, isn't it?
He's a big guy. Yeah.
As an offensive lineman, I feel like we're all mature. We're all veterans. We've all had playing experience. So, now the communication is just much easier. The working together is just much easier. Like, honestly, because we're all so close and such a big happy family, like criticism, like all that just takes place, and it doesn't matter who's in there, and just things like that just help out in the long run when it comes down to a game, because like those things are important, because you have to trust the guy that's next to you, and you have to trust the guy that's behind you, backing you up too. And that's what we try to hone in on, just try to keep those things important and try to make sure everybody's on the same page.
And the new guys start to impress us, stepping up.
We do have a couple redshirt guys that are like showing a lot of improvement. I'm not gonna name any names because I think all of them are doing a fantastic job and just doing a better job of communicating, playing physical ball, and just things like that. They're just getting better all around, and it's really no specifics you could just say because it's everything they're getting better, and they're just taking the teaching and honing in on it, getting better.
Talking about one of my earlier questions, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much better do you think you're off now than you was this time last year?
This time last year,
On a scale of 1 to 10.
I could probably say a 10, just because like since as soon as the season was over last year, like we got back into it. That's the difference in the mentality now and just in the previous years. Like just the mentality has just changed over years. Coach Fortner has done a great job of just keeping the mentality strong in the room, just keeping everybody together, just being there when we need them and things like that. So like, I just think on that scale of 1 to 10, I think it's a 10. That I think we've just taken a total flip, so a 360 turn. So
there's always responsibility on you guys, but is it even greater with a couple of quarterbacks coming in and trying to help those guys, making sure you guys are clean to help them in their progress?
Honestly, if a quarterback feels like that, he shouldn't be a quarterback, because at the end of the day, a quarterback is always looked at as a leader of the offense, leader of the team, and that's his job. And coming to this level, I think the quarterbacks we have in there now are either whoever it is. I think they do a great job in just leading us, stepping up, and just doing what they have to do for us to be successful and win some games. So.
How's the communication with you and Bunchy and Logan and stuff?
Me, Drake, and Logan?
Yeah.
Honestly, that communication is great, because it's kind of weird because because we're so close, we can talk to each other and it can come off wrong to someone else, but as a unit, we know like we're not saying it in that manner. We're just saying it maybe in a stern voice to get that point across. And I think that's where the biggest difference is, just being able to take that constructive criticism and us not arguing. So that helps us out in a big way with communication, because like if you say the wrong thing, that someone will get mad, but we don't have that in our group, and that I think that's what helps with our communication.
What specific techniques are you working on to improve as a senior?
As a senior, I can't really everything. I'm really trying to take my passing game to another level, and just take every aspect of the game to another level.
Mm-hmm.
So.
This guy said he wanted to quit using his head so much in pass blocking. Is that something you're working on too?
Not so much using my head, maybe just getting the right depth and things like that. I wouldn't say using my head, but because my feet are made for that. So
What's the biggest area of development that you've grown in 4 years being here?
probably consistency. That's honestly the biggest thing I'm trying to work on in this spring. Just trying to stay consistent, especially like I said, in my passing game and my passing sets. Just with passing, doing the pass set with a sense of urgency. So, and that's really something I've just been trying to hone in on because I've learned when I do stuff with a sense of urgency, it's just better on me. It just looks better, it feels better, and I'm moving faster.
So your strength is run blocking, you think?
Yeah,
Now,
right now.
how'd you get the nickname Bunchy?
My babysitter's husband came up with it when I was just a little, still taller. So he just come up with it and it stuck. And my mom then took it from him. All right,
Bunchy,
no
have you
problem.
seen guys like Mason and Luke got their first taste of some game action last year? Have you seen them carry that into the spring and with some confidence?
For sure, like those guys were. Luke and Mason are two guys that have really like stepped it up from since they've been here. Those guys are getting a lot more consistent and getting a lot more physical, and they're understanding the game and understanding what they have to do now to be successful as an offensive lineman. Those are two guys I'm actually just proud of, just for like stepping up and really taking coaching. So those guys look forward to seeing them what they can do this year.
I asked both those guys, who do they look forward to most, kind of butting heads with in the D-line group in practice? Do you have a guy that you really enjoy competing against on the daily basis?
Honestly, I really enjoy competing against Adrian because Adrian, as a senior now, everybody knows he's older and he's thrown a couple new moves in there, and I'm like, me and Adrian is like we come here together, so like. I always want to make sure he's getting better. He's always telling me, critiquing me on the other side. So I think that's one guy that I've really seen a lot of improvement out of this spring.
Both you guys are kind of the crafty veterans. You know all the
exactly.
tricks.
5 years.